Investing isn't about timing the market. It's about the time in the market, said Ken Fisher, the founder of Fisher Investments. Unfortunately, this could just as well be the third and last episode of this investment journey. Well, sadly to say it, but this is how I feel after one full week of research. Because everything in the beginning seems so complicated, so much information is available, and so little of good use. But in the end, by a stroke of luck and deep investigations, I have finally found the most efficient way of making a great profit with tax efficiency legally optimized. And as it goes, usually in life, things seem complicated at first, but then they are actually pretty simple. So today I'm going to break it down for you. Let's go. Walk with me along the way. Good morning and welcome to a new episode of the S&P 500 and more. My name is Alex and I am an aviator. But my real profession is to have an amazing life. Yes, this is what I am up to all day and all night long. Finding ways to enjoy life from start to finish, from early morning till late in the evening, from 3 years old to 120. Yes, you want all your life to be great. And part of that great life is planning ahead of time. Planning ahead the finances is an important part of a good life. Today we're moving from theory to practice. Today I'm going to give you the exact steps to start the investment. The real plan, without Wall Street language, without complicated charts, without any of the nonsense you see online. Investing is not gambling. Investing is not guessing. Investing is a habit. It's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market, said Ken Fisher. People think they need thousands of euros or some special genius level intelligence to start. No, you just need consistency. You need patience. And honestly, you can start with 50 or 100 euros per month. That's it. What do you actually need to start? Well, you need a platform, an S&P 500 fund, and a small monthly amount, and a long-term plan. That's it. The whole mystery is solved. It's as easy as that. Life is simple. It's the people that complicate it. What is a platform? It's just an app you invest through. It can be DEGIRO, it can be Trading 212, eToro, maybe my favorite, Interactive Brokers. It just doesn't matter. Just choose something regulated, something with low fees, and something that feels easy for you to use. Once you have that, you search for a fund that tracks the S&P 500. You don't need to pick individual stocks. You don't need to pick the next Nvidia or the next Apple. The S&P 500 already includes them and replaces them when better companies come along. What you are looking for is the low fees and a trustable provider like Vanguard or iShares. Choose whatever you want as long as you choose accumulating or distributing. Meaning, if you want the fund to reinvest your dividends, or you want them as cash for those amazing new ideas, a new car, a new bike. Although most long-term investors choose the accumulating because compounding becomes a beast. Well, now, how much should you invest? The honest answer, whatever amount you can. Whatever amount you can invest every single month without stopping. Can be 50 euros, 100, 1000, or it can be 20,000. The amount matters less than the consistency. Because this is where something called dollar cost averaging comes into play. Don't worry, we are not going to do the math class today. DCA simply means you invest the same amount every month, no matter what the market is doing. Bear with me, so I descend on this crazy slope. Hi there. Market up, you buy fewer shares. The market is down, you buy more shares at a discount. And over time, your average buying price goes down. It simply removes the emotions and the fears, and especially the guessing. You don't need to think. You don't need to check the charts, and you don't need to predict anything. You are basically turning the stock market into a market subscription, except these subscriptions will pay you later. So now let's talk about avoiding the biggest mistakes. The biggest mistake is trying to time the market. You cannot do it, I cannot do it, nobody can actually really do it. Another one is stopping investments during a crash. A crash is literally a sale. Everything's cheaper. It is Black Friday for the stocks. Mistake number 3. It's selling because of fear. Long-term investing has one rule. Do not panic. That's it. The 4th mistake is checking the charts every day. You just don't need to do that. You don't need that stress. Once a month is enough if you really insist. Mistake number 5 is investing money you will need soon. If you need money in 6 months, just don't invest it. And the last possible mistake is trying to pick random individual stocks because TikTok said so. Just no, do not do it. So, what should I be expecting from this journey? In the first month, nothing. Maybe even a loss. Totally normal. Do not panic. In the first year, you will see a small growth. Some ups, some downs. But in the years 5 to 10, you will start to see a curve forming. And when the real fun starts, is going to be the years 10 to 20. Compound becomes visible, and the line goes from slow to steep. While in the years 20 to 30, your money starts growing faster than you can save it yourself. This is the phase where people start saying, wow, I didn't do anything and my money worked harder than I did. Because yes, your money can and will work for you. That is the whole point. And this is where everything we talked about in episode 2 finally connects. Remember when I said you are not investing in the companies, you are investing in the minds behind them. Dollar cost averaging means that every single month you are buying more of their discipline, more of their vision, more of their obsession to push forward. And you don't have to be Elon Musk to benefit from the mind of Elon Musk. If you invest in the S&P 500, he will literally work for you. He's doing the 80-hour work weekends. He's sleeping in the factories, people. He is taking all the risks. And you are just investing a small amount every month and letting these people do what they do best. That is the beauty of the S&P 500. You get access to the greatest business minds in the world without ever having to lift a finger. So, if you made it this far, you're ahead of most people already. Most people talk about investing, very actually learn how it works. It's time now to talk about one of the most important ways of how to efficiently legalize, optimize your tax return for the future. It's finally time to talk about the thing I promised right at the beginning of the episode. The part that almost made me quit this journey entirely. Tax efficiency. Because once you understand how this works, everything will change. I spent days drowning in tax codes, rules, percentages, until I discovered something shocking. The real secret isn't fighting the tax system, it's choosing the right one. Plain. And countries like Cyprus offer something incredibly attractive for investors. Simple rules, low taxation, and a system that actually supports long-term investing. So imagine this, the same investment, the same money, the same S&P 500, but your tax residency is optimized. Suddenly your long-term profit takes off in a completely different direction, yeah. And in the next episode, I'm going to explain exactly how this works. Legally, safely, and step by step. This definitely is an episode to be shared and liked. I know you are already subscribed.